Tsurureef is upon us, and this map is fire, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot get enough of this map. It's big, it's blue, it's beautiful. There's so much room to fly jets around. I can't get enough. That is what I'm talking about. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome back today for another video. My name's Critical, and without further ado, let's dive right into it. Season 4 has dropped. Tsurureef is here. Am I saying that right? It's Tsurureef. I think that's how you say it. It's such a weird name to say. I'd say I've put in a good 6 or 7 hours into this map so far. I didn't want to make a video right away until I really digested it and really had some time to really marinate on it. I wanted to play all the different modes on it, at least all the modes that I wanted to play, which for me was Conquest, Breakthrough, Escalation, and Team Deathmatch. That's as far as I've gone so far. And I've had an absolute blast with this map, but not everybody else is feeling the same way about this map that I am. If you go out and you look on X or TikTok or any place like that where people are talking about this game, there's a lot of people who are saying that this map is too big. So we're definitely going to touch on impressions of the map and everything that we've got so far in Season 4, but first we're going to address this elephant in the room here. You got a lot of people saying the map is too big, and it's just like, people need to make up their minds, like, for real. We had all these people saying we need bigger maps and we need more players, and then we get Battlefield 2042 and you see how that went. And then we have Battlefield 6 come in, and it's smaller maps, it's back to the normal player count, and everybody's like, it's too small. Which one do you want, people? Do you want bigger maps? Do you want smaller maps? What do you want? Like, bros, y'all have to understand that Battlefield has always had gigantic maps. Back in Battlefield 3, the size of Tsurureef is the same size of the maps we saw like in Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4, even Battlefield 1, and probably even Battlefield 5. I say Battlefield 5 maybe because I didn't really play a whole lot of that. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but it was definitely stuff like this and Battlefield 3. Do y'all remember Caspian Border? Like, that map was the same size as this, man. This map is big for Battlefield 6. It's not big for the Battlefield franchise. This is the first time that we've had a map that is really the size of a traditional Battlefield map. But for the sake of extending an olive branch, I will say this. If you've never played a Battlefield before Battlefield 6, or even if your first Battlefield was like Battlefield 5, that would still be 10 years ago. So it's fair to say you may have not really experienced what a traditional Battlefield map was. So let me be the first to tell you. This map right here is the size of a traditional Battlefield map. And if you think this feels nuts, you should go back and see what it felt like playing Battlefield 3 on PS3 when max lobbies were 16 people per team on a map this size. So for those of you who are like not feeling the size of this map, I'm going to give you some tips. And you take these tips, and trust me, if you do what I'm telling you here, you're going to enjoy this map a whole lot better. I know a lot of you, I've seen the comment sections out there, like on X and TikTok and whatnot, and people are saying it's like there's all these points that nobody's on. Usually the way the combat works is it almost always focuses to the center of the map. There's different matches where it doesn't always turn out that way, but the vast majority of the time it all goes to the center. There's usually a handful of iconic points where everyone is really generalizing around, and you'll see it the more you play the match, how it's panning out. Those are the areas you want to hang to if you want constant action. The next big thing, man, Battlefield is only a running simulator if you make it one. Spawn on your squad mates. If you have squad mates who aren't moving around or aren't doing anything, switch squads. Somebody's going to drop out of this game at some point. Get with a squad that's moving around the map so that way you got people to spawn off of. Next thing up, catch a ride, man. Hop on the back of a motorcycle, get in a boat, take it to where you need to go, do what you got to do. And also, you got tons of people like me who are flying the transport aircraft carriers. Spawn on that joker and jump off to where you need to go. You don't have to run around the map if you don't want to. I personally love running around the map. That's why I do it. I enjoy that kind of play space, but you don't have to, and it doesn't have to be a running simulator if you don't want it to be. Those are just a handful of tips that you can go by just to make the game a little bit easier for you, a little bit more enjoyable, because if you don't like feeling the running sim, that's how you avoid that. But then there will be those of you who just don't like this map, and you know what? That's okay. You don't have to like it. Personally, I think it's the best map in Battlefield 6. It really is. This game desperately needed a map like this, and I hope it gets more of them. Personally, I think what's so amazing about Battlefield 6 at this point in its life cycle is that we have this nice combination of maps now. We have bigger maps, we got a bunch of smaller maps. I think we still need a few more large maps like this to round it out, but we're heading in a great direction. Now all we got to do is just hope that all the devs are paying close attention to this and they take this as a learning experience, so when they come out with Battlefield 7 or whatever that game is going to be called, they give us a game that has a good combination of all of this instead of drip feeding it to us over the course of several years. But now that we have addressed the discontent with amongst the player base regarding the map, at least those who aren't feeling it, now I've got some thoughts on this season so far. Keep in mind, these are just my thoughts and my opinions. You may feel differently, and that's okay. The Battle Pass, I mean, it's a Battle Pass. Battlefield has never really impressed me with the Battle Passes that they offer or the skins. I know that there's a lot of people out there that are so glad that they stayed traditional and that there's nothing wild or crazy about them, and I appreciate that because I don't want Beavis and Butthead in the game either. But at the same time, the skins are kind of boring. If you like what you're seeing here, then you're going to love this too. If not, it's the same old thing that we've had for the last 3 seasons prior. Now, I have not unlocked the Broad 3 just yet, so I haven't gotten a chance to try that one out. But I have unlocked, obviously, the EF-88 and the VSSM. I've got both unlocked. I've been playing with both of them the whole time because I wanted to support the season, so I bought Battlefield Pro for the Battle Pass. I just was like, it's the first one I'm buying, so like, why not? Let's give it a go. For a lack of better words, the EF-88 is the AUG. That's what it is. And personally, I enjoy the gun. I think it does have some great capabilities, but you've got to get some attachments on it first and level it up a little bit before it can really do the damage that you want it to do. The VSS is a very solid gun. I mean, it doesn't have the long range that some of the other DMRs have. I mean, it's a great throwback to Battlefield 2042. That was one of the good things about Battlefield 2042 that I remember, but once again, it needs the attachments. Once you get the attachments, it can actually do something. The boats. When it comes to the boats, I did not spend a whole lot of time there just because there were so many things I wanted to try out and experience, but the time that I did spend in the boats, really fun, really hard to control or trying to get used to it. I mean, it's been a while since I've done anything naval that I can remember, but it takes a little bit of getting used to those controls a little bit, and just a little friendly tip. If you get stuck on the sand or the shore and you're playing the assault class or whatnot, you got a sledgehammer, don't destroy it, but just give it a few taps and you should be able to push it right back in the water. Then we cannot overlook the throwback to Hanayan Resort from Battlefield 4. Is it a one-to-one creation? No, it's not. But it plays very similar, and it's a lot of fun. It's awesome that it's there, and it actually turns out to be a very big common hotspot for everybody to conjugate around. Now, as far as all the different modes are concerned, it really boils down to what really interests you or what gets you excited when you play Battlefield. Conquest is absolutely amazing. It is the best way to play this map. At least that's my opinion. And Escalation is right up there next to it. I normally don't play Escalation as much as I thought I was going to, but on this map, it's great because it starts off all big and it shrinks it down. So there's a lot of fun to be had there. For just me personally, the jury is still out on Breakthrough. Right now, I enjoy it, but there's so much of this island that they could have chosen to go with for Breakthrough, and I just don't feel like they picked the greatest choices for the way that that mode is set up. It's just, it's not my preference. And the same thing to be said about Team Deathmatch. The way they've got Team Deathmatch set up, it's way too campy. It's almost like playing Modern Warfare 2019. Everybody's on a roof or everybody's hiding in a window. It makes it really not the greatest unless you've got somebody playing the role of a sniper spotting everybody. But overall, that's my take on it. And I would have to say that of all the maps that we've gotten, whether it's DLC maps or launch maps, this is actually my absolute favorite map in all of Battlefield 6. I can't wait to see when they bring us more with Wake Island and the other modes that are coming this season. But as of right now, this is hands down the best map in Battlefield 6, in my opinion. But what's your guys' thoughts? Drop it in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Are you enjoying the map? Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's too big? Do you think it's just right? Do you think it's not big enough, if that's possible? But whatever you're thinking, drop it in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, drop a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn notifications on so you can be notified every single time I upload a video. And this is your boy, Critical, signing out, and I'll see you on the next one.